All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. Still, where should we go from here? I was thinking earlier today, earlier today, when I say early, in the last 3 hours, and I was thinking about really where is there? Where can we actually say we could go? And I think in this hour, the Most High God is sending a message to us. And that is any and everybody at the sound of my voice. Hear me. There's nowhere else we could go, y'all, outside of the spirit realm. See, we living in a time where a lot of people say everybody want to make everything spiritual. And when I hear people say that, they don't say it to me. I want you to understand. Let me see if my mic is on. They don't say that to me. But I've heard people say that on YouTube. Everybody want to make everything spiritual. You know what? When I hear that, I hear Satan. Because he said he knows outside of spiritual, it's wicked. Outside of spiritual, it's wicked. So that's why he wants individuals to stay in the line or in the area of where darkness is at. You see, he knows that if they just get a little pin needle of light, I lost them. That's all you need. You remember the mustard seed? Just a pin needle is all it takes. And guess who knows that? The unseen spirits. They are fully aware that all it takes is for you to get a pin needle of light. And I think that's what Sister Deborah is saying this evening. Still yet and all, where should we go? And all I could lean on is where I'm at, where I know that I walk and live in, and that is the spirit realm. I know you see me in the natural. You see me here on YouTube. I am so grateful to the Most High Yah that He has taught me to know that what you see in this shell, it's not me, but yet it's me. It's me in the flesh, but not me in the spirit. Now, which part of me that's going to stand for eternal? The part that you see or the part you do not see? It's the part you do not see. That's the part that's going to live eternal. The part you see, it too shall pass away and never, ever have no other place outside of back to the dust. So which one should we really focus on? I believe you all that you got more help than you think you do. You really do. For the Father to be allowing me to be on this devil platform speaking to you about spirit and truth, about the light, and about go now in the direction to the light where the spirit rests therein. Find out who you are, not who people say you are. Don't take the words of nobody. Find out who you are from your inner man. And when you find out the individual you are within, you're going to say, well, wait a minute now. I'm a pretty good guy. Oh, I'm ugly on the outside. Oh, I'm a beautiful person. Oh, I'm ugly on the outside. But in you is a spirit that's so willing. A lot of time it fails. It falls and it fail and it stumbles because of the flesh. But it has a willing thought to do what's right. All it needs is a helping hand, which is the Holy Spirit. And the Father wants you all to know out there, there's nowhere else you could go. We can say, where can we go? What should we do? How should we do this? It's time for us to step out of the flesh realm and seek the spiritual realm. Once you seek the spiritual realm, guess what? You're going to see everything in the flesh, everything in the natural, so very clear. And the moment you start to see it all clear, guess what? None of it will be a threat unto you. You'll be able to dust any of it and all of it off your shoulder. Why? Because once that spirit tame that flesh, oh, that flesh is all good. Is it perfect? Do it sin? Do it do wrong? Yes. But at least the spirit got it under subjection. See, because once that spirit gets your flesh under subjection, you have to also understand, in order for it to do that, you have to have the Holy Spirit. So not only did your spirit have help, it's no way your flesh gonna go backwards. Because once that Holy Spirit is in you, he said, you abide in me and I abide in thee, and we become one. Then that means you got the Creator, you got your spirit, and those two are one. Do you know what's invested in that? No, you don't. That's the realm I want you to start going to. That's the realm I want you to start seeking. You want to wake up in the morning wanting to really get to know your inner man. And once you do, you're going to say, that little old lady sure knew what she was talking about. I didn't even know I was this type of person. Because flesh been living your flesh. Your flesh been living your flesh in a way that you couldn't even make righteous choices, righteous decisions, do things right, say things right, feel things right, think things right. Why? Because your flesh had dominion over your spirit. But always remember, not just me and you and this person and this person. Everybody's spirit is willing, but their flesh is weak. And just because your spirit is willing, what is it willing to do? To follow light, or is it willing to follow dark? You see, what is your spirit destiny? Is it the destiny to the darkness, or is it assigned to the light, or is it assigned to darkness? You can know that. You can really know that right now. Oh, yes. You can really have a full understanding once you start seeking your spirit side and stop letting your flesh make decisions for you. Stop letting your flesh make decisions for you. You will find out that there's another entity outside of your flesh. And this is the part that people never did and never have and never gotten an opportunity to know. And I know we're in the midnight hour, and this is something each and everyone should have known. Every church on all three corners, synagogues, temples, people who are hooping and hollering, God, the Father, the Most High, Yah, the Most High, the Almighty. How could you call all of him, all of these things, and not even know you? But you calling him and don't know you. So I say again, still seek your spiritual person. Get to know who you are. Take this time to get you to know who you are. Don't wait until, I'm going to wait till New Year's. I'm going to wait till next year. I'm going to get to know who you are. And once you get to know who you are, can't nobody tell you who you is. because you know who you are. And that's the part. People can tell you who you is because they know your flesh and what your flesh do and how your flesh cut up from the floor and how your flesh speak, how your flesh communicate and how your flesh can conduct itself. But they do not know your spirit. Isn't that beautiful? And if they don't know your spirit, guess what? They never knew you. If they don't know your spirit, they never knew you. So they just out here measuring you based on what they see, what they hear, and believe. But just imagine, is there another me, Deborah? Yes. The part of you that's going to live the eternal. The part of you that will never, never die. That's the part I'm asking you to get to know. That's the part I'm asking you. Once you start to get to know who you are in the spirit, then this is where Yah see you. He see you studying to show yourself. He said, don't study to show mama and daddy, sister and brother, wife and husband. Show yourself. And why do he say that? Because that's the main problem we have failed to do. It's know ourselves. Study ourselves. Don't study to prove to nobody nothing. Study yourself. You should get to know who you are, not who somebody else is and who somebody else was and what someone else is doing and what someone has said. Once you walk in that spiritual you, guess what? You begin to say, well, wait a minute, they really didn't know me, did they? I really didn't know myself. So how do they know me and I don't know myself? They don't. And they can't. They can't know the real you. They can't know the real you because you don't even know the real you yourself. So how could they know and you don't know? Because the real you is who your inner man is, that spirit within. And let me tell y'all something, y'all. That individual to whom you really are, oh man, is a total different person, a total different being than who you are on the outside. That's the part of you y'all want. That's the part of you the kingdom wants. That's the part of you that you don't even understand that will live eternal. That's the part of you that's going to be at the throne for judgment. You see? So why are we working so hard on our outer man? Because we here on the earth and everything is kind of geared to who we are from this level. But you know what? Once you understand yourself in the spirit, put that down. Once you understand who you are in the spirit, who you are on the outer man won't mean nothing. Who people say you are, who people think you are, who people feel you are. Do you understand where he says, when he, the Holy Spirit, come, you become a new creature. Old things pass away. Many of you all have not experienced the old things passing away. The only way you're going to know about the old things passing away is when that Holy Spirit is in you and you begin to feel different. You begin to see your old self pass away. The things you used to think, feel, say, your habits, your addiction, they begin to pass away. Once you receive the Holy Spirit, these things are done away. Why? Because the Spirit is saying, I'm going to work them things out of you so you can see them disappear and never return. This is the part of this is what he's saying. So what? You can be a new creature. So when Sister Deborah is saying Go for your spirit being. Learn who your spirit being. That's that new creature I'm talking about. That's that new creature. And if the creature has not received the Holy Spirit, still in all, its spirit can work on getting this flesh under subjection while it tarry for the Holy Spirit to enter therein. Because once that Holy Spirit enter into you and unite with your spirit, look at that dog. Once that Holy Spirit enter in with your spirit, it's on. Ain't nothing you can do. He began to flip things up out of you and begin to show you things about yourself that you never knew, you never thought about, you never gave it a thought that was wrong or that was right. Or this is what the Holy Spirit does. It don't come to break you. It comes to make you. It don't come to do you wrong. It comes to do you good. It ain't coming to make you feel bad. It ain't coming to make you feel belittled. It's coming to support you in that individual you never knew. You know, people that live to be 80 and 90 years old and never tuned in to their spirit. Never, ever. There's people 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 have no idea that their true self is within. Why? Because no one ever taught them. No one ever said anything. No one ever how I would say it, preach it and teach it and minister to them, because they was what people are so busy doing is teaching you the things that keeps your flesh worshiping and serving and idling them. They're so in tune with that and that only, to where they feel they can't even afford to tell you nothing on the spiritual. How can somebody teach you about the spiritual you, when they haven't even come to terms regarding the spiritual them? They teaching you from the pulpit. They teaching you from these platforms. They have not even given their own inner man a chance at all. Why? They figured if y'all believe them, and y'all, if they got they fooled and manipulated and deceived the mass, what do I need to know my spirit for? That's how they function, you guys. They don't see the need to even know their outer man, their inner man, because their outer man have showed them so much success that they can get people's ears, eyes, everything to follow them. So why should they want to teach you about your spirit being? They don't even know their spirit. Their job is to keep you from knowing your spirit being. Why? Because your spirit would tell you, this person that you're following, don't pay them no mind. Don't listen to them. No, you bigger than that. You better than that. You above that. That's why. You'll see them clearly for who they are, who they was, and who they're going to be. It'll be right in your face. That's when you begin to really know yourself. And when that ruach finish with you, and that's like a quickie. He ain't gonna take a 6 months, a year. No, he don't rumble that way. He's like a quickie. And when he's finished with you, you begin to see things in the light. Why? He first wants you to understand, I gave you my image. What do it look like? He say he's gonna give us his image and his likeness, and we don't even recognize the image nor the likeness of what he gave us. We don't even pay any attention to it. We don't even think about it. So why would he come to abide in you and you ain't even recognize one of the number one gift that he's giving you, and that is an image likened to him that came through the breath. You ain't even recognize that. People thinking they living on their mom and daddy. Great reason why I'm here, because of my mom and my dad. And your mom and your dad can't do nothing for you. Nothing. Because even themselves goes to the earth in the dust. And themselves is going to have to stand at the judgment seat with the same spirit. I'm telling you, their own spirit, not yours. So if y'all ever wonder, I said to the Father, I say, a lot of these men and women don't understand. And they on this devil platform teaching women need to submit this. Now, wait a minute, hold up. Let's go there. Let's go there for a minute. If my life's supposed to be led and guided by a man, which is the flesh, which I'm trying to get y'all past that, then why when I go to the kingdom, my head can't be responsible for me there? How is it he's my head and he's my leader and my ruler on the earth, but when I get to the kingdom for the judgment, he's not on my left, he's not on my right, I can't look in the back, I can't look in the front. Matter of fact, I don't see him nowhere. But wait a minute, you said, Creator, he's my head, he's my leader, he's my ruler. Why ain't he paying the price for me submitting to him in the way that he has my life in control, my living? Because y'all ain't never created us, men nor women, male nor female. That's why when he said, let us make them in our image, in our likeness, and he made male and female, he locked it in as one together, not one greater than the other. Even when one might have did something, which I don't believe, he still kept his word. Because if he didn't, then he lied. How dare you say, let's us make man in our image, and he created male and female in his image and in his likeness. And then what did he do? He began to order everything through his power. And I want y'all to have dominion over this. Who? Them. Wait a minute, not him, no, you. Them. You see? This whole world don't understand that they have left the order of the Creator a long time ago. They didn't leave it today, y'all. They didn't leave it 400 years. They left it from the beginning. And that's why it ain't never been the same. Go back. From that time on, the order that was called out back then does not exist today. Who took it away? Who divided it? So I said, okay, if you're going to be submitting your living to somebody else, they ruling over you, they have whatever they call it over you, okay, why is it, Father, when we come to the kingdom, they're not held accountable for the way they ruled over my life and not my life, but my living? Why ain't they paying the price? That's what I mean. Why is it that they're not paying the price? Why am I paying the price? You told me to let him rule me. You told me to be submissive to him. See, they messed up. They messed up all the way to the floor up. Because Yah is not telling you to turn yourself to the level of another flesh. You got to know your spirit, you guys. You got to know you before you give all your authority to somebody else. That's what they messed up on. They thought that they can have everything orchestrated the way these things are out. But you all, this is my little how would you say, greenhouse that my even though it looks bigger than, it's about this same size on the other side, on that side. You can't see it. So it's a pretty nice size. I like it. Now when I show you this within 30 days and you start to see it, you can say, that is not the same place. That's not the same place. Let me tell you, I purchased this for $69. And all I wanted was what I got. It's exactly the way I imagined that it would be. And I am so grateful. I am so thankful for it. And I'm so grateful. I thank the Most High Yah for it. I really do. Now, you might say, well, this is just a little spot. No, it ain't. It's bigger than what you see, because the same length that you can see is down that way as well. The thing about it, reason why I'm so grateful and so happy, the Most High knew already that all I wanted was a little space where I can go in and grow herbs. You see, some vegetables, but herbs. The plan that I have, always an excellent one. I nail everything that I put my hands to. And I thank Yah for the hands that he allowed me to be blessed to whatever I put my hands to. 30 days from here, when I show you a picture of this, first thing you're going to say, that is not the same place. It's going to be the same place, but you're going to see. You're going to see the power of how Yah gives me the ability to turn something like this here into what you're going to see in 30 days. So that's why I say I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. I am really happy, because I'm like saying I can come in here and I can grow my herbs and my different vegetables or whatever. And I'm okay for the winter now, because I got something I can still come in and grow, what I can continue growing my herbs and vegetables. But you know what? My whole mental state of mind is this stuff that I'm growing, I'm grounding it up, you guys, and putting them in capsules. Why? Why? It's because the Most High has given me the Most High has given me the ability to do so. Now look at me, y'all. You think this is something that I would have done or come up with? No, baby. No, Sister Deborah. This is not Sister Deborah. But this is something that I saw in my own. I ain't talking no vision, no dream. I saw in my own. You know how you put something in within yourself and you imagine. And yes, I'm a horrible person. I am a horrible person, and I don't care. What makes me so horrible is everything I go after, I nail it. Next, then I get to the next thing. So that's what makes it so horrible. I go through it, I nail it, I make it look way beyond. Then I go to the next. What can I do next? You see? And that's horrible. So I'm hoping that I stick with this a little longer. I hope I stick with it, because I'm telling you, when you see this place, give me a month. I really don't need no month, but I'm just saying, give me a month, and you're gonna say that is not the same greenhouse we saw, Deborah. Stop that telling that lie. It's gonna be the same one, but wait till you see what I'm gonna do. All my life, even as a little girl, when I put my hand towards something that I imagined for me to do, I nail it. I nail it. And guess what I did today, y'all? I said to the Father, I said, okay, now, Father, is that this is what I said, y'all. Watch this here. I said, now, Father, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get in that greenhouse, and I'm gonna show up and show out. I said, everything I put my hands to, you always suffer me to nail it. Hey, you always suffer me to nail it. I said, but why is it that I can't have land? Hey, see how he turned off the light. He turned off. I said, Father, what is it? And why is it I can't have land? You know why I can't have land? Let me plug my light back up. Get somewhere and sit down. You guys know why I can't have land? You know why I know? I said to the Father, I said, okay, now, why is it you don't give me the land? I know you can, if that's what you wanted to do. I know. You know why? If the Most High gave me land, guess what? He know I put these hands to it. Praise the mighty Yah. He know I'm gonna put these hands to it. See, you sit and say, well, devil, what you mean you put here? No, because he already done anointed the hands. You see, I've been and put this hand to it and have probably 1 million people living on that land. So the devil ain't got no sense. I'm serious. He knows that. Let me give you an example. Walmart discriminated against my son, and I sued him. The EEOC took the case. And all that time, I'm thinking, now I ain't gonna say I'm thinking, I saw it, y'all. I saw $300,000. $300,000. 7 months passed. Walmart attorneys flew over the bank and landed on the top, the roof of this big bank downtown. That's where the meeting was with the judge. 7 months later, we all in there, and I'm listening to everybody talking and everything. The EEOC, I think EEOC was there, and they had took the case. They was handling the case. They handle all cases for discriminating cases and stuff like that. You all, let me tell you, I'm as happy can be. But it scared me when I saw their plane, their helicopter, or plane, or whatever it was, land on the top of the bank. I was up on that. It was like the 30th floor. It was so high. And they said, okay, they here. And I'm like, and I'm sitting at this table, with all these Europeans, attorneys. And I'm like, oh man, I done won. For my son now. All this whole, 3 or 4 months, I kept seeing $300,000, $300,000. So you know what I did? I'm telling you, I told y'all I don't have no sense and I don't care. $300,000, I sat down and wrote it all out to who I'm going to give it away to. See, he know I ain't got no sense. That's why he ain't going to give me no land. He know I ain't got no sense. I've been and built things on there for 1 million people. And then be hollering, next, looking for the next. Oh, Father, forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm so silly. Oh, Father, I'm so sorry. But I am. I ain't lying. He knows that that's just me. He know how he created me. He know how he molded me. But he know I ain't got no sense. But what happened was we went in there and everything, it didn't take you all a good hour and a half. And it was over. I'm just as happy. When they said granted $300,000, I'm just as happy. And guess what? They said, congratulations, you won your case with the Walmart versus CEOC for discriminating against your son. Guess who get the money? See, this is what people do not, and I don't have no problem with people being as sick as they are. They're very sick. This is how crooked this country is. How did EEOC, the government system, how do you get the $300,000? Because my son was done that way. How do y'all get it? Do you know that was for them and not for me? I had to go hire another attorney to fight the case. Do you tell me if that's not crazy? I'm thinking that was it. Oh, I won. How is they going to stand here and tell me I won? What did I win? When you all get it. They get the $300,000. All that time, I saw $300,000 for the whole 3 months. And the moment we had the court, and all attorneys were talking and so on, and the judge said this. He said, now I award you $300,000 and the EOCC attorneys, they all looked at me, said, well, you won, you won. And I'm like thinking, oh, when I walked off out of there, you know what they told me? Now you got to get your attorney and sue them. You mean, what was that 300,000 for? For them. See, y'all do not understand. Go back tonight and read Revelation 18. Read it all the way through. We as a people tends to want to read it and pull out certain things we want to pull out. But you got to read, and I noticed that with all everything in me, I noticed that Judith did not want to read and focus on what is before them. You know why? They like lies and darkness. They feel better off being caught up in chaos. So in there, you can see in Revelation 18, you can hear it. You can hear the chaos and the robbing and stealing from each and every human being. If you read it, you can see it right there telling you that this is why y'all gonna deal with them. All about how you robbed and killed people, but mainly merchants, and how you got rich after the wicked of the wicked that you have performed throughout the time you exist. He's talking to the United States, but he's talking also to the system that have put the United States in the order in which they are in, or in the position in which they are in. So when a lot of times we thinking, oh, he coming because he gonna do this to United States because what they did to you. Sit y'all tails down. He did it to you. United States is gonna pay the price for things y'all haven't even accepted that they have done. And the more and more I live, the more and more I get older, especially, I tend to see all these years the reason why people wasn't making it and wasn't able to get their house fixed up, or why you couldn't get your yard landscaped, or why you couldn't get a car when your car break down. You had to go into loans and trying to save and trying to rob Paul to pay Peter to pay your utilities. They've been robbing you all the time. You came to the earth. You came to this earth. They've been stealing from you. They even stole you. Woo, Deborah, you better stop that. They even robbed you from you. Now, let's go back to that topic. Where should we go from here? Only route you have left is spirit. You all need to go that route and stay your butt over in that route. Don't keep trying to think when I don't want to wait. Oh, y'all, it's a quickened spirit. There's no waiting. If you get over there and you find it to where, hey, I don't want to know about the spiritual right. I want to stay over here what I know, but I know. It's because you're born for the flesh. You're the serpent seed. That's why. Because listen to what I'm saying. I'm sitting here talking to you all, and I know that you're not getting it. I don't have no problem you not getting it. What I'm proud about, and I'm proud about it, and I'm grateful that y'all is giving me the opportunity to talk to this laptop. The one thing I know that the Father knows is that thank you for talking truth to it. So even if I don't have the ear to hear or not, thank you, Father, for awarding me to talk to this laptop. Because I'm going to get mine. Let's see what you get. Now listen to what I'm about to say. I sat here and said something to you all, and it went not over your head, but over your ears. I said something that just came out of nowhere. I sat and told you all this country has been robbing these people since you've been born. Knowing that I know even the deeper part of what I said, but I'm going to go there since I got time. I'm going to gain this reward in the kingdom for sure. And that is, when we are born, we have a birth certificate. When our mother signed that certificate, the father signed it, the mother signed it, whoever signed that certificate, you're signing our birth over to a country or a system. They take the birth certificate and they hold it on file. They'll give you a copy but two. Why? Because you belong to them. Your parents signed you to them. You thought I was just talking. See, this is how I said they hear, but they cannot hear. They see, but they cannot see, Deborah. And he says that to me so much to the point where I say, can I hear me? Can I see me? Because everything is always about, they say they hear, they cannot hear. They say they see, they cannot see. When I sat there and said to y'all, they stole everything from you, from even your birth. When they had that Social Security thing and that birth certificate thing where you pull these code numbers up and they pull up what they owe you, and it shows billions of dollars, millions and billions of dollars, all because you are sold over as property and don't even know it. That's not a way that the Father wanted us to come to the earth, to be born. Now, your mother signed the name, or your daddy signed the name, or both of them signed the name, and they signed you straight over to a system. And that system, you can tell it's a system because the system tells you you don't need a Social Security card once you get a certain age. Matter of fact, you need it if you want to get this. You need it if you want to go here. You need that Social Security card. So here, sign up another legal paper for you, so we can have a serial number under you. No other country, y'all. No other country. We had someone in the live chat from UK says, oh, we get free health care. I'm like, that's about right. And this country sit their tails around here and let this system do this. The reason why the Europeans didn't say anything about the system doing what they was doing is because you all didn't understand they was in captivity too. They were slaves. The powers that be, the European Union that is connected with the European Union is the Roman Catholic, still and all. They're all Europeans. Okay? They had white people as slaves. Just like what we were doing, white people was doing that. And what they did, they took the white people and told them, if you can rule over them, we'll give you the means to rule over them and use them as to do the work as the slaves. We bringing them in. That's how they did it so well. That's how they did it so well. The slave masters and all, they did it so well because they were paid by the power that bees. See, y'all think these slave masters just came out of nowhere and had money and bought all these slaves. No. There still was that same system that still have you trapped and them trapped, still in that same system. That's how they're able to shut down the whole system. Not just shut down you as Judah or Israel. Oh, we're going to shut down all this country. They always had the power to do that. We have given them the power long time ago. We didn't, but they were given the power a long time ago. That's why they so strong. They strong, y'all. They strong because y'all allowed them to be where they at. And they so ignorant, they know who Yah is. They know who he is. They know who he is. They know that the power that they have is what he gave them. They know that. And that's another thing that I look at that's kind of neat. Because when we finish running around here looking at the world and looking at the flesh, even Satan and his crew knows and respect the idea that the Father run this wheel. They know heaven had wrote this stuff up and broken it down. Even Satan said to Yeshua, it is written. Now, what he doing saying that? Because he knows what you all people failed to know. This stuff is already rolled up and rolled down. And this country, it was doing what they done to us. They were doing it to the white people. I used to think that was a lie at first until I read it. I would think I was in the 6th grade. I read 2 books from the library, the history books. And then as I read it, I told my dad, he said, oh, my dad started cursing and saying these things. Oh, those rednecks, they ain't that them hugies or whatever. You got crackers. My dad was saying all these different type of names, and I was trying to get him to read the whole book. He only read a little bit. He said, "Oh, yeah, okay then, okay." That's what he was saying. But he said, "Oh, that he's doing so and so." But see, because we are the people who don't want to hear, don't want to really understand the truth of the whole matter. But yes, they were the slaves first, and they were paid to flip over and do what they were doing, what they were had to do. They were giving them the position to get out of slavery by being over us. Go back. And that's why I don't understand why our people won't just tell the truth of the whole matter. They and somewhere in me, I think they know. Even say for instance, if you get a man who's been to college, and he's a doctor. Let's say he's a doctor and he's been to college and everything. Do you know that man probably know that he is the Hebrew Israelite? He probably knows the whole thing I'm telling you right now. But what happened? They don't care about that. They don't. Nobody seems to care about nothing. Why? Anytime truth speaks, everybody runs from it. They prefer the lie over the truth. And that's why the world is in the place that it is in. And the mindsets of people is where it's at. Because for so long, they told the lie. They reject truth to where they at right now. They still won't tell y'all the truth. They still won't tell you the truth. And with y'all, it don't matter. He said they don't have to tell the truth. For what? What do they need to tell the truth? The truth ain't for them to tell. Because they don't want it. That's why you got 90% of Judah, 90% of Judah that don't even give a care about who they are. They don't even want to know. They don't even want to know. I see these men on the corner trying to talk to Judah, and they curse them out, and they will fight them because they don't want to be Judah. They don't want to be who the men on the corner said they are. They don't want to be. They don't care. They'll fight just to say, so what? I don't care. That's how harsh they are of a people. That's just how harsh they are of a people. But getting back to still, where do we go from here? It's still going back to the spiritual being. So when I said to you in Revelation 18, he talks about how if he's getting more so against them and destroying them because of what they did throughout existing by taking from people. I remember is that Malachi, where he says, and they did not pay the people their wages. See, y'all knew all about. See, we thinking he's coming after them just because of Judah or Israel. No, y'all got it wrong. That's a reason why. That's a pin needle reason why. But there's other reason. Go back to Revelation 18 and see those reasons of why he's going to deal with them. It's not because of Judah. A lot of y'all think that that's the only reason. He said he's going to deal with them. He told Abraham. But you got to understand, it's along with that and other things that they have done. Other things. And we would say, well, okay, they hung us on a tree and they're going to pay for that. And they go, no. It's everything they did. Since you came out of your mother's womb, they've been plotting and taking from you and doing this and doing that. See, it wasn't supposed to. No, it got to be what it is. I want to say, but it wasn't. But wait a minute, it got to be what it is. Because they signed people's birth certificates, not just you, but every person had to sign their birth certificate, whether you was white, Oriental, and you born here in this country. See, it's the country that's crooked and wicked and evil to the highest. Heavens, it didn't reach the heavens. This country, wicked and evil, has reached the heavens. And that's the reason why he has willed that Babylon come down. See, it's a lot of things that he's dealing with Babylon on. It's not just Israel and Judah, y'all. It's a lot of things he's dealing with Babylon on. And like I say, it's not just Israel and it's not just Judah. It's a lot of things. And Sister Deborah cleaning her glasses off. It's getting dark out here, so I could see here. But out here, I have everything I need, you guys. You can't see it, but it's on the ground. I have everything that I'm going to use to start my my little greenhouse, and I'm going to get it together. And I'm so grateful to the Most High Yah. I'm grateful. I'm thankful to Him for allowing me to take something so small and so little and make it out of something that's going to cause me to. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do all those. Anybody that wants any of these things that I'm going to have all kind of oregano, clove, rosemary, and I'm having them in capsules. And the only reason why I want to do it, I said I want to do it for a whole month so I can really tell people the results of it, you know, of using it. You know, I know they also get rid of parasites. And what I'm doing is totally different because I took my what is it? Blend. It's not a blender, it's a chopper. It's a small little thing I got at Walmart. And you put these dry rosemary in it, and it makes it powder. And then you put them in the capsules. Okay. Now this is the difference in what I'm doing, which a lot of others are adding stuff to it. I'm not going to add castor oil or coconut oil or olive oil, because even the olive oil that they call an olive oil is not even olive oil. Okay. And the castor oil is not even castor oil. So you have to make sure you go out and find the proper ones that is the real thing. So instead of using, because he didn't tell us to put no oil in Genesis. Let me read it. Let me read what it says. It says nothing about the oils, even though the oils are still from plants. The way man has orchestrated everything in this day and time, they didn't add so much to everything they have made. So I'm just going to stick with the what y'all said, the seeds. That's what I'm going to say. In Genesis chapter 1, and we have here verse 29. And Yah said, now, if this is what he said, I'm going to try him at his word. You know why Sister Deborah can afford to try him at his word? Because I know him based on his word. I know him based on his word. Not the words, but based on his word. Because see, I've tried him at his word. Not these words, but his word. So what I'm going to do in these words, it says, and Yah said, behold, that means look, I have given you every herb bearing seed. Watch this here, which is upon the face of all the earth. This is the reason why I cannot afford to put castor oil or olive oil or coconut oil, because you can sit and have a bottle that say 100% coconut oil, but baby, let me tell you something. All of these oil is not what they say they are. I know. Going back to your spirit, when you really get to know your individual self in your spirit, when you get something, you're going to be able to judge it and evaluate it better than you once did, because now you got to know your real self, and your real self seek to know the things that is true. It don't go and just get anything somebody say go get and apply it because someone say get this, and I'm going to go get it, see if it works for me. No. Your spirit will let you know the truth of the whole matter. You see, it'll let you know to where your flesh don't give a rat's behind. It'll tell you, yeah, take it. The doctor said you need it. Take it for this and take it for that. No, that's why I say it's so important to tap into your spirit being, because it knows what's best for you. Okay, so listen to here, Genesis chapter 29, and it says, and Yah said, behold, that means look, I have given. Now, one thing he said something, and then it says that he said, Behold, that means look, I have given. Then he turned around and gave you something. What is it that he gave? Every herb bearing seeds which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be meat. It shall be meat. This is not saying, this is not telling you, it's really speaking of meat, not a cow or pig or a lamb. He's talking about what he chose as meat is herbs, all kinds. We chose meat for cow, pig, or lamb. You know, we chose chicken. We chose meat in that way. But he's telling you from the spiritual standpoint, meat is herbs, fruit bearing seeds, herbs and herb seeds. So when I told y'all earlier today, it went straight over your head. I already know. I know I'm talking to a brick wall. I don't care. Because guess what? Even though I'm talking to a brick wall, I'm gaining rewards in the kingdom. I can sit here all night and talk to this here thing right here all night long. But if I'm speaking spiritual, spirit and truth, with the light in my hand, I'm gaining rewards in the kingdom. It doesn't matter. So here it tells you that that's what it's, the herbs, seed. So Sister Deborah's doing what? She's planting seeds and waiting for it to grow, dry up, put them in capsules. I'm going to wear that thing out all the way to the end of the year. Next year, I'm going to wear it out to the point where you all ain't going to see Sister Deborah looking like she's looking. You know why? I'm finna try him at his word, as always. Sister Deborah, that's why I say I know him. I know what he means. I know what he say. That's why it's quick. I'm quick to salute him because I know exactly what he's talking about. I know exactly what he has prophesied, what he have said, what he is saying, what he gonna say, and what he gonna do. That's where I know him at. He has proven himself to me. Did he have to? No, you ain't nothing but dirt on the ground. But he did. So that lets me know I'm more than just dirt on the ground. In his eyesight, for his name's sake, am I more than dirt on the ground. Hello. So when I see this in Genesis 1, you know that's the power punch. That's the chapter that before any sin hit the earth. So what I said, okay, Father, all I'm going to do is I'm going to grow this stuff and I'm going to make sure I rinse, like clean it off. That's it. I'm going to grind that stuff up into a powder, put them things in capsules, put them in bottles, and just stock it, make as much as I can. Anybody that will be interested in it, guess what? It's free. That's how Sister Deborah wrote Rumble. It's free. But I'm going to do it. And I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm already started. I had to show my son and his fiance. They was just, wow, you did this? Yes. And the deep thing about it, Sister Deborah do stuff just to master it. Isn't that, it might sound crazy. No, it ain't crazy. Because if he give you the ability to do something to master it, master that bad boy. He gave you the ability to do it. And that's me. I go after things and I master it. And once I master it, next, what can I do next? What can I do next? So that's what I got this built. And like I say, a month from now, you're not going to see this looking just plain like this. You're going to see things growing all up. You're going to see it. And you're going to see the beauty of what I did from now. Like when you see this here is way back that way too. So it's about this size that you see and back is the same size. And I'm just going to, and this is all I wanted. all I vision. You know, I didn't ask for nothing. I didn't want nothing no more than that. You know, this is just what I want. You see, this is not something that what you would say spiritual, you guys. You know, this is not what I'm building here is not spiritual. But what I'm going to do with this stuff is going to be spiritual. Because not only am I going to grind this stuff up and put them in capsule, I'm going to be praying over it all. I'm going to be praying over it all. And I told my son, and you all are going to be taking this stuff too. Oh, they don't have no problem, baby. Mama say take it. We're going to take it since you. Now they might not take it, but they have said they're going to take it, and they'll get the bottles and say they're going to take it. But it'd be up to them. But I feel the need to do this, and I'm really excited, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for Father Yah blessing me to be able to have the mindset to step into anything and everything that I just desire to put my hands forth to do, and that's what makes it so successful. I think I bring the shelves all the way up to this here and up to this one. But in the back, I think I take it all the way up. But when you see it again, it's going to shock you what it's going to look like. It's going, and you know what I want to do? I don't know which side, but I'm going to grow watermelon somewhere in here. And I'm going to do it a way that nobody's used to growing watermelon. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And it's going to be a shocking thing to you all, because you might say, oh, well, you can't do that in there. You can watch what this sister do. I'm going to try it. But that was on my little heart to do that anyway. Even if it's one or two, I'm still going to try it. So again, the message really was about still, where do we go from here? And I'm going to sum this message up. Where do we go from here is to here, to there. To just that. This is the last video on where do we go from here. But what I'm going to do is stay firm in the whole idea of keep bringing forth the things which are spiritual. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna use everything in me to make sure I bring messages that deals with the spiritual walk. Why? Because if you're telling people that's where they need to go, then that's what you need to keep speaking on to show them the way. You see? But I do want you all out there to give me topics that you would like to talk about regarding the way to the spiritual light. You see? The way to the light, to the way to spirit, to your own spirit first and foremost. But the questions that you might have, the habits that you might feel that seems to still linger. Okay, the sickness, the illness, the addictions. You know, all of these things. We need to talk about how we can walk there in the spirit and get victory out of all of that. You can get victory out of it all. Sister Deborah don't smoke. She don't drink. None of that sort of stuff is in my mess. And that just not is for me. That's for any and everybody who can tap into who they are. And when you tap into who you are, you own that thing. Because what you're doing is you saying, okay, I'm a spirit and the flesh is here. The flesh keep wearing me out to where I can't really focus on who I am. Who I truly am. I can't focus because my flesh got its own business going on. We can talk about that. But we're going to talk about all different kind of ways that we can find the light, go in the way of the light. Because the light is the direction to the narrow gate. I don't know if y'all know that. even learning your spirit. That's the way to the narrow gate. Because once you learn your spirit, that dog is crazy going all around here. Once you know your spirit being, you got this thing. You got it. Because it leaves you open so y'all can come enter in. That's why he had the book. He just said, study this book as a study guide to show yourself approved. Don't study this book to try to teach it to nobody. That's not what he's saying. Wait for me and I'll teach you and then you teach them. That's what he's saying. That's why so many people on all these platforms got so many subscribers and likes. They're teaching you by the flesh level and not by the spiritual level. Totally different, y'all. Let's take the 10 virgins. These platforms are teaching you they're teaching you on the level of the ones who had lamps but didn't have oil. You get what I'm saying? They had lamp but didn't have oil. They had lamps but they didn't have oil. That's the level of where these people and this devil platform was created to do anyway. To deceive the mass, to confuse the people, to mislead the people so they won't find their way to the narrow gate. And the people, no one seems to know their way. Because they think the way is the way that's more comfortable and more suitable for their flesh. Not even understanding, baby, your flesh is already in the grave. You didn't know that? Your flesh is already in the grave. And it knows it. It knows it. It don't have problems with drinking and drugs and alcohol and addiction and fornication and adultery and all this old stuff that it's doing. It don't have no problem with that. Your flesh don't have no problem with these things because it's assigned already to the grave. It's already dead. You die daily. That flesh die daily because it knows already where it's destiny. But those that are in the spirit, that's a total different mission. Now, he that's in the spirit has his flesh under its subjection, under the subjection of the spirit, and the Ruach is leading you. Where are they leading you? He's leading you to the narrow gate, where the light is at. He's teaching you spirit and truth and leading you straight to the narrow gate. That's the power of the spirit, you guys. That place I told you, the only choice we have is to go that route. Not the left side, but the right side. And guess what, y'all? There's no cost. There's no cost to it. Isn't that beautiful? Now, if you had to pay and you had to earn and work to gain knowing who you are in the spirit, then you can kind of second think about something. But it's no cost to know who you are. There's no cost to it, you guys. None whatsoever. No cost at all. But see what cost you pay going the route of your spirit, your flesh, continuing. Continue going the way of your flesh. See the cost that you're going to pay. You're going to pay the cost, baby. You're going to pay that cost. And it's not going to be a good feeling. It's not going to be a good anything. Pain, heartache, sorrow. That's what the flesh has to offer. And you're going to experience that. Yes, you are. So if you get your spirit together, then these things in which your flesh is doing, your spirit can help taint it, to remove it, to put it in order. But see, it's just a strange thing. It's almost like the flesh got its own being, and it don't have a being. It don't have, you got a spirit in you, and the flesh don't have that spirit. You would think that it has its own separate spirit because the way it conducts itself, the way it thinks, the way it functions, the way it feels, the way it doesn't want no connection with the creator who created it up off the ground, who created it and gave it the breath of life. Just imagine that entity of that flesh has no respect for the one that molded from the earth, from the dust. You just think y'all know doing well it's no such thing as a sperm entering into your womb and growing in 9 months, and here is a human being with not a million cells and organs and all of that. It's impossible for that to be what a man and a woman can bring forth. Come on now, y'all. Just think of that. Just think of that one. Just take one time in your life to think of that. How a human being can come forth. Just think of that. And then when it's finished coming forth, living off of mama, it ain't got no life. It ain't got no spirit until the breath of life has entered. Come on now. Now, why would he not be over all of that? Why won't he get the glory and the praise and the honor for being able to orchestrate something like that? Who can do that? What they doing today, every other gods or have that ability, because they can manipulate people that there's other Anunnaki and all these other gods. But yet, when you come down and break it down, like I said, you can sit here and worship those other gods and say that those are the real gods. Now one of them can bring together a human body with that much blood and a heart that brings new blood every day to the body, and the brain that functions, that gives you the thoughts, and the heart that function with the brain, and then the kidneys, and then the lungs, and then the intestines, and then the bowels, and then come on now. How dare we get all that to nothing? You got to understand, how could this be? How could eyeballs grow into a baby's eye and them little fingers start popping out? How did them little ears come? Come on, there's got to be a most high Yah. There got to be a most high Yah. And this is why he should be praised. This is why he should be glorified. This is why he should be exalted and edified. Because you can't find nothing on this earth, seen nor unseen, that can override his ability to bring forth everything he brought forth. And today, man says all of it's a lie. I'm going to tell you where you know sickness is deeper in this day and time. It's when you see all these different people so hung up on these pyramids and ancient and our ancient ancestors. What in the rat's behind is teaching them people an individual that's dead that we need to pray to the dead? And it's booming, y'all, amongst Judah. It is booming. I mean, they almost overriding those who saying they Christians and those who saying they Hebrew Israelite. They almost overriding them. They booming. They are booming with all these other gods, our ancient forefathers, our ancient women. We need to pray to them. We need to touch base with them. They are trying to lead us. They are trying to guide us. Wait a minute. Why are you trying to lead and guide me? And you couldn't even lead and guide yourself. The reason why you couldn't lead and guide yourself, you gone. So while you dead, if you can still lead and guide me, I'm supposed to pray to you. What is this that's going on? What is this mindset that's telling people that we are to be praying to our ancestors? Do you see how sick that is? These are our ancestors that's coming back to get us. And your tail is still where you at. What is going on with the minds? I don't care what's going on. It don't matter to me. I know what's going on. I'm just holding the conversation with you all. I'm going to be honest with you. I know that the deep of wicked and evil is just that heavy. has taken the whole mind of the people. Because Deuteronomy 28 said, until you are destroyed, you're going to be destroyed, baby. You gone. You gone. So it's like, but it's just like, you know, the reason why I'm saying that in a way of, why isn't it? I want us to recognize the one that created everything. It's no way you're going to be able to know who you are without turning to him first and foremost. Asking him to help you get to know you. But when you get to know you, you're going to find out how many people have wronged you. That's the part that's sad. I'm going to tell you the truth. When you really find out who you are as a person, as a spiritual person, you're going to realize how many people have wronged you throughout your life. Yeah, you're going to figure that out. It's going to be just as plain to see. You're going to see that your inner man is not who your outer man is. And that those who judge you for your outer, it wasn't even worth judging, but yet they did it. And your inner man is way greater than your outer man. But they measure you from your outer man, and your inner man is greater, and your outer man, you know, ain't bad. As far as the way people category or label, you see, judge and say. That inner man gonna teach you from A to Z. It's gonna teach you from A to Z in the spirit realm of all things. A to Z. No, it ain't gonna go the route of where we should be for us, where Yah is. He's the beginning and the end. He should be that. We ain't nothing but the beginning. But to know the Father at the level of where he allow us and suffer us to get to know us, y'all gonna find out a lot about yourself. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got something out of it, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's another side of you that you need to get to know. And it's not the side that you keep idling and worshiping and serving and honoring and putting up on pedestals. That's the side that's going straight to the 6 foot under. It has no destiny. But that part of you that has an eternal, oh man, get to know it. Get to know it. So take out this time to really, maybe this week, the next week, just get to know yourself. And it's like almost like, you know how the world called love? It's like give and gave yourself that chance to get to know yourself. Give that to yourself. Give it to yourself to get to know who you are. And when you do, and Yah let you know who you are, if you get to know who you really are, that Ruach is right there with you. So Sister Deborah said, I appreciate each and every last one of you joining me this evening. And like I said, this is my little greenhouse I had my son and his fiance put together for me. And it's my little greenhouse. But a month from now, when you see it, I'm going to show it to you. And you all going to say, Sister Deborah, you know that ain't the same place. It's going to shock you when you see the hands of this old hen that Yah has blessed. Her hands. You're going to see it. You're going to say, that is beautiful. That's what you're going to say. That is awesome. Again, when I start, and I'm thinking 2 months, I start building up these herbs and putting them in capsule. I'm not putting olive oil and all these different oils into these things. I'm just doing straight herbs and the seeds. It's all for the body, you guys. It's for the skin. It's for the heart. It's for the lungs. It's for the kidneys. It's for parasites. It's going to be for your hair. It's going to be for things that Yah said, Deborah, if you step into Genesis chapter 1 and 29, watch what I do for you. He's going to show me how powerful he has always been when he mentioned, I give you herbs, seed bearing, and trees, seeds. So he's letting us know that he's giving us something for every organ in our body, from our eyes to our hair. So I'm excited. If he was to come, I'm gonna take all these bottles put him on my back, and I'm head out, y'all. Wherever he leads me, because he's gonna have to lead us now. And I'm gonna take those things. I'm gonna take everything. I really don't need to take him, really, y'all. You know why? If he gonna go to the four corners and get you out, he's gonna work it out. If he gonna go to the four corners and take us out, he gonna be in and work it out. So we're gonna have to really just lean on his bosom and trust in his right hand. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all joining me in my little greenhouse, which is bigger than what it looks. But I say unto you all, get involved in something, whatever it may be, something that makes you happy. Because I do this here and I built all the, what you whining for? Come here so these people can see you. Look at the TV. Come on now. Yeah, look over here. Look, not on me, not on me. Look over here so they can see you. Okay, sis, you ain't gonna act right. You want me to baby you. Look at him. Think he can just get up here. So Sister Deborah said, I appreciate each and every last one of you. Come on now. No, I ain't finna do that. Okay. So get down, baby. Get down. Let mama up. Come on, get down. No, you better not jump over me. But Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live chat. And I'm going to get out of here, zip the place up, cut the light off, and start again in the morning because I'm excited to get started and get busy. And I say unto you, you all have a wonderful evening. And start your journey, y'all. Let's do that. Start your journey in knowing who you are. And in the process of knowing who you are, don't let nobody tell you who you are. Or who they think you are, who they want you to be. Learn who your spiritual being is. That's what he wants us to understand. That's a part of how, if we're going to judge ourselves, because we know us. Judge yourself daily, that no man may judge you. That's when you're able to know your spirit being. You can't judge yourself daily if you don't know yourself itself, your spirit. You can't judge yourself daily. You can't judge that flesh. Judge yourself daily is a spiritual thing, y'all. That no man can judge you. Why? Because I check my own spirit out. I don't need you to. Hello. So Sister Deborah, say again, I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I will be back. So, shalom.